I think I can make that happen.
Well, we'll think about it because black folks don't really have a good relationship with boats.
That's very true, or water.
Kind of like Jews with trains, right?
Oh,
Bingo.
Are you trying to compare the Holocaust to slavery?
All I'm saying is that our people came here with nothing like everybody else.
actually, you kind of sort of came here with the money that you made from the slave trade, like everyone else.
Preach. Preach, mother.
I got a question for you, Josh. What race of people is the only people you hear say, oh, we gotta stop the cycle. We gotta break these generational curses. White folks don't have generational curses. Because guess what? You know what they inherit in their generations? Trust funds, old slave money. But what we inherit? Bills. We inherit bad credit. Debt. That's all we inherit as a race. God told the Israelites, I'm gonna bring you into slavery again with what? With ships. What race of people did that happen to? We went into slavery on ships. We just read Isaiah 1 and 3. We don't know, nor neither do we consider. Sister Wanda, do you know who you are in the Bible? That's the thing. Have you ever gave any thought to who I am? You have. Have you something to try to find out the answer? What'd you find? You ain't find that. But Mama, I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna show you today who you are in this Bible. God says, our people, we walk on in darkness. We're in darkness now. We just living our lives aimlessly. Walking around with no purpose. Hold on, Sister Key. Hold on real quick.
I'm riding with somebody.
You ride with, tell her to come over here and learn this wisdom. Mama, we out here for you. We came out here after we don't got out work. After we don't got no work to come out here and talk to you. Try to read you the word of God. So you can't just spare a couple more minutes. I'm tired too. Just pull on over, just pull right there to the side, just listen to me. You ain't gotta get out the car. I'll make it even more convenient. You ain't gotta get out the car. Just listen to me. Just give me your ear. Come on.
The book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
So God says, because we don't know who we are, especially us black men, God said, all the foundations of the earth are out of course. Everything is out of its natural order. Especially us in our community. I'm going to go to Isaiah 1, 3 and 12. I'm going to show you something dealing with just our community directly. Because you don't see it nowhere else. You don't see it nowhere else when we're about to read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people,
the Israelites, these people on this side, the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, come on.
Children are their oppressors.
And what?
And women,
and who?
Women,
come on,
rule over them.
We ass backwards as a community. It said children oppress us. And guess what? It said women rule over. What a man at? He ain't nowhere in the picture. That's why when you look at our community, I'm going to use my sister Keith. When you look at the majority of our women out here, are they married with their kids? Because you'll see them have kids, right? Do they have a father for their kids that they married to? Or they just by themselves? They by themselves, right? I know kids, it's statistics, it's studies that have proven that children that grow up without their father in their life, an actual father with their mother, they are at a greater disadvantage than all other black children. They have a higher percentage of dropping out of school. They have a higher percentage of going to jail. They have a higher percentage of committing suicide, getting strung out on drugs, all of that. Just because they raised by their mother. They got a higher percentage of getting in the game. God said that's how his people live. Go, the black man, we out of order as a race. We ain't putting it in order. So that's why everything out of course, everything out of order. But it all gonna start out with, we gotta find a purpose. What is our purpose on this earth? Who are we? Who? Go to Proverbs chapter 4, verse 1. What is our purpose? Who are we as a race of people? Sister Key, you said it earlier, we're the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And we're gonna prove that. Just stick around. Mama, tell your name one more time. Sister Wanda, Key, Josh. Yeah, you gotta get involved, sis. You sitting there waiting. Come on, you gotta get involved. What's your name is, sis? Tanya, Sister Tanya. I read it.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 1. Hear, ye children.
Hear who?
ye children.
We are the children. God says here what?
The instructions of a father and attend to no understanding.
So God said we got to hear the instructions of our Father so we can know understanding on what? How to fix our race, how to get ourselves back right with God, how black men, how we supposed to rule our household accordingly, appropriately. Read.
For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law.
God said this is the good doctrine right here, don't forsake his law. God said in his law, thou shalt not commit adultery. Ain't that a perfect thing? Ain't that something good? God said thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. All the laws in this Bible are for our own benefit. But guess what? It ain't gonna mean nothing to you until you understand that you the people that God talking to directly in this Bible. Go to Deuteronomy 27:1. That's what we gotta understand. We not black. We ain't African American. We ain't Negroes, an Asiatic black man. You ain't no Muslim. You ain't no Christian. You ain't none of that. You an Israelite that the Bible talking about. Those same people Moses said about Egypt, those are our ancestors. And we're going to prove that to you, Sister Tanya. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 1. And Moses, with the elders of Israel, commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
So this is Moses talking to the Israelites after he saved them out of Egypt, northeast Africa, and sent them, and they went into the promised land. When they was in the wilderness first, this is after they about to get up out the wilderness and go into the promised land, which what they call Israel today. But what they don't tell you, that's also a part of Africa as well. There's a northeastern part of Africa. This whole Bible took place in Africa. The majority of it. Read 28:15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
It said, but this is the flip side. Because he said, look, keep my commandments. He told the whole race of Israel that he was talking to, not just individuals, his whole race. Keep the commandments. And when he said do that, he was going to bless us as a race. We were going to be the greatest race of people that ever walked the face of this earth. You heard of King David, King Solomon, two of the most powerfulest black rulers that ever walked the face of this earth. They were black men in the Bible that ruled the whole known world. Could nobody hold a candle to King David? Could nobody hold a candle to King Solomon? Wasn't nobody messing with them. God slayed all the enemies before them and gave us peace. That's how cold our ancestors were.
Right.
Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
I got a question for you, Josh. What race of people is the only people you hear say, oh, we got to stop the cycle?
Is wisdom. Let him that
Hey, I see you watching the video. Listen, go ahead and press that subscribe button. IUIC Mississippi Burn.
What's the first name?
Press the button.
So watch this. So 13 verse 9.
What race of people is the only people you hear say, oh, we got to stop the cycle. We got to break these generational curses? Blacks! We're the only people talk about generational curses. White folks don't have generational curses. Because guess what? You know what they inherit in their generations? Trust funds, old slave money, big old 230,000 acres worth of land.
Bring it out.
That's what they inherit. But what we inherit? Bills. We inherit bad credit. Debt. That's all we inherit as a race.
Right, bring it out.
God says, you go through that because you didn't do what I told you to do. These are curses in the Bible that overtook us as a race. So we're going to go into history. Go to verse 46. I'm going to show you something about these curses. Because it's very important while we focus on the bad. Because the bad is the only way you're going to be able to get up out your situation. If you broke as hell, you can't focus on that. When I was rich one time, yeah, man, I was balling. You can't focus on that because guess what? You're not living that right now. You're living in the bad. So you got to focus on now so you can know how you're going to go in your future. How you get there? Read.
Verse 46. Deuteronomy 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So it's talking about the curses. It said they're going to be upon your seed as a sign and a wonder. What does a sign do, Josh? It tell you something. Like that Jubilee sign, what does it tell you?
It's a stone.
Right, it's the Jubilee stone. It identifies the stone. It's a landmark for everybody to see and a wonder. Hey, I wonder what Jubilee, oh, there you go, right there, I'm here. That's how God said the curse will be to the Israelites. So these bad things that were going to be happening to them, you can look at all the races on earth. Damn, they don't only fit this one race. It don't fit nobody else. It only, all of it only holds in on this one people. I'm going to show you one, 68.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
What does Egypt mean, Josh? Yeah. What does it mean? What it means? Stay with me now. Bondage or slavery. God told the Israelites, I'm going to bring you into slavery again with what?
With ships.
What race of people did that happen to? The went into slavery on ships. Blacks.
That's right.
Who else?
Bring it out.
I'm going to show you who else. Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, Guatemalans,
that's right.
American Indians, Seminole Indians, Colombia to Uruguay, the Aztecs, our people down there from Argentina to Chile, all of them were involved in the slave trade, victims of the slave trade. Because guess what, when Christopher Columbus came over here, that's what they were doing to our people. My ancestors up in the North American continent, when the pilgrims came over here, that's what they were doing to our people right here, slaughtering us and enslaving us. The Mayans, they tell you the Mayans, this great empire, oh, it just disappeared. All the Mayans, they just went nowhere. We don't know where they went to. What the hell? Make that make sense. You mean to tell me this entire race, millions, possibly billions of them, they just disappeared?
Bring it out, bring it out.
That don't make no sense. You know how they disappeared? Through slaughter. Hold on real quick, mama. They disappeared through slavery. And they took their people on slave ships to Spain. They took them on slave ships to the UK. All throughout this, even down in the Caribbean, they were taking our people as slaves. On ships. That's what God said happened to the children of Israel. Not blacks, not Jamaicans and Haitians and Puerto Ricans and Indians. No, that ain't our name. This is our name right here. That's what we're trying to show you.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example.